Hi, Kaneland community. Dr. Todd Leden checking in for the January Talks with Todd. I'm proud to be with a number of our students today and get their feedback, receive their feedback on how they receive feedback from teachers regarding their assessments. So for January, you'll hear from 3 of our students, and one of our students is here from Kaneland High School. If you would, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm in 10th grade.
Thank you, Sophia. Nice to meet you. Thanks for taking some time out of your busy schedule to do Talks with Todd today. One of the things we want to talk about is feedback and how you use feedback. So tell us a little bit about the types of assessments that you have, type of the assignments that you receive here at the high school.
Well, there's a lot of practice formatives for the assessment we're going to take or the summative we're going to take. And then to show that a lot of there's a lot of written feedback almost. There's not a lot of verbal feedback, which I prefer written feedback just so I can go back when I'm looking at it about to take the summative and see, okay, I need to make sure I remember that and that and that on the summative and double check all my work.
Okay.
A lot of science classes have a lot of written tests or multiple choice tests. So when we take practice tests, it's kind of what you get wrong and what you did wrong. And then there's a lot of that's show your work kind of feedback.
Okay.
You just did this wrong. Oh, let me show you how. And then English, it's a lot of verbal feedback. And then in math, it's a lot of written feedback.
Okay.
So
it sounds like based on the class itself or based on what you're learning or how you're learning it, the feedback is different and varied based class by class, correct?
Yeah, and I feel it based class by class, not by teacher almost.
Okay.
A lot of English classes have the same, a lot of my friends and me get that verbal and written feedback, on Canvas or in person, hey, you did this. Hey, I just want to show you, this is wrong, or this is how you fix it.
Good. Thank you, Sophia.
Yeah.
So you shared a little bit about how you use it. So when you receive that feedback, what's the most helpful part for you?
Mm-hmm.
Is it to change right away, to learn what you did wrong? How do you typically use the feedback?
Well, it's seeing what I did right and realizing, okay, I don't have to work on that so I can focus on other stuff. I think fixing it right away, but then practicing it again the right way so you can do it. Because if you just fix it, that doesn't mean it's going to fix it on the summative exactly. So I try to do it right away, but then also advocate for myself and ask, hey, I need more practice. I need this. I need that. Yeah.
So it sounds like it reinforces after you get the feedback, you learn areas to improve in, and then you use that to reinforce the learning or the subject moving forward.
Yeah, and it enforces me to ask for questions to the teacher and ask for more practice.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Is there anything else regarding feedback or assessments that you have any thoughts or you'd like to share anything else on?
No, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks for sharing, and hope you have a great rest of your semester and have a great weekend.
You too.
So thank you.
Thank you.
And so I am proud to welcome our middle school student today. And so if you would, Bella, please introduce yourself and tell us what grade you're in.
I'm Bella, and I'm in 7th grade.
Well, welcome, Bella. You're 5. Glad to have you here today to talk about feedback. We're going to talk about feedback on assessments and feedback on learning and how students in our district use feedback from their staff members to continue to grow and become academically excellent. So Bella, can you tell us a little bit about the type of assessments you take here at Harder Middle School?
Most of my assessments are question tests, in social studies and math and science, it's all question tests. Versus in ELA, sometimes we have more essay written tests that we have to write. So some of our tests are more taken over time rather than in one day.
Okay. So based on the class, assessments sometimes might be somewhat similar and other times very different? Yeah. Okay. So knowing that you have different assessments, please tell us a little bit about the different types of feedback that you receive on those assessments.
In my like math and science and social studies class, we have rubrics that they use and they write their comments on how we did learning the topic as well as how we did on the assessment. Versus in like ELA with an essay, she writes like a small paragraph on how we did, or as we're writing the essay, like each part of it we get feedback on so we can improve each part of it as we go.
Okay, good. Have you found that receiving feedback, direct feedback from teachers has helped you grow and become a better student?
Yeah, because it allows me to see what I need to improve on and what I've already excelled at.
Thank you, Bella. Bella, is there anything else that you'd like to share just as far as taking tests or assessments or how you learn best at Harder Middle School?
I definitely love getting the feedback as I'm going because it allows me to see what I still need to work on and what I need to work on more rather than trying to focus on all of it at once. I can break it down into the pieces that I need to focus on.
Good. Well, that is great to hear, and I'm glad that you're having that experience with feedback, and that the feedback that our staff is awesome, by the way, is taking the time to give you that feedback. So thank you, Bella, and I appreciate your time today, and good luck on all your future assessments.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, Sydney. I am Dr. Leden. I'm the superintendent at Canelan School District. It is really nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us for talks with Todd today. So if you don't mind, tell us your name and tell us what grade you're in.
My name is Sydney, and I'm in 5th grade, and I do K-Pass, and I go to Mr. Berger's class and Miss Williams' class.
Well, great. Thank you. It's nice to meet you. As we shared at the introduction on this Talks with Todd, we're talking about assessments and feedback. How do you utilize feedback? How teachers give feedback? So you're familiar with what tests, assessments, or assignments are, correct?
I've done them multiple times before.
Okay, good. So tell us a little bit about how your teachers use feedback and how they give you feedback on some of your assessments or your assignments.
My teachers, if I have a test, so assessments, sometimes on assessments they will write me notes back and saying like, oh, you missed this or you need to practice this. We also do conferences. In ELA, we conference about like my reading level or where I am in writing. So for writing, I have a checklist, like if I'm approaching, if I'm not there yet, or if I'm secure on that skill. And for STEM, we kind of do like, so we do conferences, and we can conference about where my level is and what I'm at. And we also have like notes on our tests. So we also have like notes. So if I did something wrong or if I don't know, I can look back at the notes and see what I need to work on, see what I need to improve on, and how it can help me improve on that skill.
Great. So it sounds like you get feedback regularly on your assignments or your tests.
I do.
Okay. So and you just shared some of that you get. How then do you, or what are a couple strategies that you use once you get that feedback to go and make those improvements to do better?
So if I get a feedback on, let's say my math, if I get a feedback that I'm not really secure in this skill, I will talk to my teacher and say, how can I improve on that? They might say, maybe we can have a small group and learn, how to improve on that. Or maybe they'll give me an IXL lesson to see how to improve. And then I have win time, which is what I need. So if I'm below on a skill, at that time I can help get above on that skill.
Okay. Well, good. So it sounds like from what you've shared, Sydney, that you're very familiar with what feedback is, you've received feedback, and you know how to use it to continue to grow academically at our schools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, great. Is there anything else you'd like to share about feedback or assignments or assessments?
I think we're good.
You got it all?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. And nice to meet you, Sydney.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.